Danny. Vicky says, wondering about trends and if this is even a thing to consider. Hearing other online coaches talk about moving back to one-to-one work and not launching something several times a year because people aren't into the DIY or even group programs as they once were. What are you finding in this reaction to the market? I ask because I'm finally pivoting from one-on-one therapy to online coaching stuff, and I was jazzed about trying to get a group together, but I fear I'm behind the curve of or in the boom in online group work. As I vision and even plan things out, I want to create and test out. I wonder if I'm going to be working against a trend, or could it be that messaging and what the offers can stand up against the burned out online group coaching experience? Well, a fantastic question. Should we be thinking about trends? Yeah, I don't know if I have my finger on the pulse, but of course, it's good to know which way the winds are blowing if you're going to be sailing a ship out at sea. Where the tide's going, how's the wind moving? That's important stuff to know. No doubt, 100%. I don't credit myself as somebody who does that particularly well, but all things being equal, it is smart. Okay. But is that what's happening? Is it that people are moving away from online courses? I see the burnout. I mean, we all feel the Zoom burnout. Here I am on my fourth Zoom call of the day, and I'm done. I'm some level of me couldn't give a shit right now. Yeah, too much screen time. We all feel it. So certainly others must feel that. And so I think there is a trend, 2020, we all kind of lost our minds and went online. We had to. I mean, there's no other option for a lot of us. So I think one, some people are rediscovering that you can do things live and in person, which if you can, my God, get off the screens, go do that. Um, but one, I still think there's going to be more people coming online. I don't think we've seen the end of that in online courses, but also it's hard to comment not knowing the people you're talking about. But I find myself curious, do they have a good niche? Do they have a clear point of view? How well constructed was the online course? So I don't know. Obviously, I've got an online membership and we're going to be moving in that direction of doing DIY courses with just Q&A support calls. So I'm not convinced that people are, of course, people want one-on-one. I'm going to have an apprenticeship that I do next year to teach other people how I do what I do so people can get more support from people like me or, working around a similar worldview. But I wouldn't worry about it, that people aren't going for that format, the online course thing, that one-on-one is the answer. I think it's more that people are tired of content that is irrelevant to them, that's not credible to them, that they don't see as valuable. If you can find a way to make your online course deadly relevant for people, crystal clear in terms of the credibility and why they should trust you and your process and your point of view, and come up with something that's really valuable, then no problem. Now, the day and age of maybe here's an online course that's some videos in a PDF. It's been done, but if it's really, really relevant and nobody else is talking about it and you are, you could do fine. Yes, and then on the other side, there's all sorts of interactive, gamified, personalized, one-on-one, group mix hybrid, this and that, live retreat plus one-on-one coaching plus group. There's all sorts of ways we can do it. We're just trying to find ways to make it useful for people. So, anyways, in answer to the question, I'm not that concerned about that. Um, I could be wrong, but I would say focus on the fundamentals. Is your niche clear? Do you have enough space? Are you moving ethically? Going for the fit, not the sale? Clear niche, point of view, business model, hubs, found a good way to share it. I'd focus on that. Um, I'll give one last example on this. The online summits thing. I mean, how many online summits have we seen, right? And then people say, oh, the online summit thing is dead. It's not dead. It's just that a certain version, like the Conscious Entrepreneur Summit, is fucking nobody needs another one. People are so sick of it. That come from a fairly generic perspective. But then there was that trauma summit that, if you remember, Gabor Mate was all over it. And what's the fellow's name? Good fellow. Anyways, they did huge business and it was an online summit. So you can make a lot of money with something that people said is done. I wouldn't listen to people too much when they say, oh, this is over, this is done. Nobody's doing ebooks anymore. It's all memberships. Nobody's doing memberships. That's all apps. Forget the apps. It's whatever. I wouldn't listen too much. Never ask a barber when you need a haircut. That's one. People are selling stuff. They're going to tell you their thing is the thing that works. And yeah, keep your ear to the ground. See what you hear. But I've heard plenty of things that people said were done and don't work anymore. That I know people who are making them work just fine. So that's what I have to say about that.